Alright, hey everybody, want to wheeze them here. Sunday, October 27th, 2013. Just unboxed Series 2 Heavy Duty Sprocket. She was a Wave 2 character. I was right the first time. Like I said, bear with me, I am pretty tired. That said, you can probably tell from the setup and what I alluded to in her unboxing who we're going to choose next. But we're going to take a look, if you did not know, at Series 3 Trigger Happy. He is, of course, Big Bang Trigger Happy. There is some heft to this one. Felt like Sprocket's character was pretty light. That is not the case. Literally, it's bowing the packaging. I don't know if you can tell. Right there, instead of being flush, it's actually got some bend to it. So, that said, like I said, I thought initially this looked ridiculous. As I've actually looked at it, it's actually grown on me over the last 2 weeks or so. It has been 2 weeks now since the release of Skylanders SWAP Force. That said, first thing we note is the artwork. The subtle eye might miss it because of the overlay of the text, but right below the golden guns and Trigger Happy's tongue, he's actually riding a giant bomb. So, note, we got the rounded edge of the Series 3 featured on the side, Series 3 called out there as well as the backside. He is on a giant rocket or a bomb, hence Big Bang Trigger Happy. He is a tech element character. No gold, no glory is his slogan. I think this is going to be really interesting to see out of the packaging, which that's what we're going to do here. Picked him up $10.99 at Toys R Us under a buy one get one 40% sale, which if you're bummed because you missed it when this dropped the week of launch, I guess that Wednesday the 16th, you can now go back into Toys R Us. I've not had any issues at all finding singles of this guy, and you can pick him up once again, buy one get one 40%, so they kind of on a week, off a week, on a week. So if you waited or you're just now seeing news of this in Wave 2, great for you. You might save a little bit of money. He is in a triple pack. I keep having people asking me about triple packs 3 and 4. Have not seen them in person. I know they exist. They should be hitting stores. The question is when. Just like with Giants, there's some of those late Giant packs. I know people into the game that they've never seen them anywhere at retailers. But the whole idea is, they kind of prefer people to buy single packs because, it's more revenue. You save a little bit of money in the triple packs. Then on the flip side, everybody wants the triple packs because you save money. So invariably, those maybe not like super hardcore, geez, he's right there, I've got to have him, run out to the store and pay regardless. That's kind of the boat I fall into. It's like, hey, plus the single packs are easier for unboxing. I get to focus more on one character. File sizes are more manageable. But his triple pack's actually a pretty good one. You'll want to hold off on him and Gilgrunt. Those are the two easiest to find. Single pack Star Strike. Regular Star Strike, not Light Core. I do have her. I've unboxed her, but she is quite hard to find, at least where I'm at, in her single pack form. She's in that Walmart exclusive Magic triple pack as well. I thought it would be a long time before we saw her single pack, so I personally was excited. But triple pack 4 is Big Bang Trigger Happy, Star Strike, and Anchors Away Gilgrunt. So if you don't mind waiting and trying to get lucky to save a few bucks, be on the lookout for triple pack 4. That said, I've got the single pack, so we're going to run with that. And again, this has really grown on me since I first saw it, particularly on the internet and the pictures, I think from Toys for Bob, I just thought it was nuts. It looked interesting, but I just didn't think I'd like it. I kind of, like I said, it's grown on me quite a bit. Coming around to the backside, that's hilarious. We'll get to that in a second. There's Ninja Stealth Elf. She's our take your Skylander, put it on the portal, put it in the game. Big Bang Trigger Happy Series 3. That's Eruptor. I think we'll do him next. Although I guess I should do the Faithful Trio. We'll see what happens. Back and better than ever. New Wow Pow, obviously. Might be related to a giant bomb. And increased level cap to 20. Check out that artwork. That is that's actually pretty much verbatim of the pose right there. So props on that. Featured characters: LC Starstrike, LB Eruptor, Bumble Blast, Slobbertooth. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. If you are just now, for some crazy reason, getting into Skylanders or Swap Force or Maybe your kids have grown up a couple of years and you're finally going to give it a go. This is a very smart investment. Some people, their friends at school might tell them, hey, you need to get Riptide and Scorp and name off all the new ones. That's probably because they already have these characters, Chops, Gilgrunts or Ruptors of the world. If you buy this for SWAP Force, you can actually then use this trigger happy in Giants and in SSA, so kind of a win-win-win right there. That said, we're going to go ahead and cut this guy open, see what the actual pose looks like, see what his stats add up to on the cards. If I sound different, it's because there's a peppermint in my mouth, so my apologies there. Cut real easy. I'm pretty sure this one will have tape just like the other Wave 2s. That is the case. If you want to keep this stuff, like cut that out for storage or whatever, go ahead and cut the tape. It'll be much easier for you if you do that. I'm not concerned about it. I'm more into the figures. That looks pretty freaking awesome. What I do like to do is bend the back with the card down and then come in and grab it by the base. That actually came out real easy. That's going to be pretty cool. That said, the toughest thing to do here is get the card out without bending it. I like to take this tab, I don't know if you can see it well, I think you can now, and then bend the plastic back, push up from the back side, get in there, and I don't like to use much pressure because I don't want to dement the card, but that's what works best in these singles for me. First thing we'll look at is his sticker sheet. Check that out. Very nice there, matches the artwork perfectly. Big Bang Trigger Happy. We've got a QR code. Below that we got a web code for your mobile games. Nice. Very impressive there. It's got the full detail. Again, it looks just like the pose, which is kind of cool. Minus the guns. That would have been really awesome though. Power 100 of 200. Armor pretty low. Issue with Trigger Happy, he's a great character, fun to play as. He just has always had low health. The armor is a similar thing. Same thing with Gilgrunt. He's got low armor. Agility 70 of 200 and luck 120 of 200. That is going to put him at 320 of 800, just like we've seen with all the Wave 2. So we'll set that aside. His slogan, of course, is no gold and no glory. Let me go ahead and I'll hold this here while I read about his WoW pal. While holding attack 1, that's of course his basic gunshot. Press and hold attack 2, that would of course be, like when he throws the golden safes, the golden coins later on if you upgrade it. To charge up a golden rocket, and then release to ride it like a missile. So, essentially you're going to come in there, guns blazing, you're going to hold down your attack button. Not quite sure if they're going to keep firing or not while you do that. In theory, they should. He's not a character you have to spam the button. You can just literally hold it down and he shoots endlessly. But then the catch is you're going to have to do attack 2, and you're going to have to hold that down. At that point in time, it may get to a situation where he's not doing anything. I'll have to play and find out. But when you do that, I don't know what the charge time is going to be like on this, but it's going to build up a rocket here. And he can basically then fly on it like a missile. And I'm assuming, based on the size of this thing, that it should be pretty significant damage. Well, I'll be real disappointed if it's not. That said, base tech element, you can see there with the gears. Blue, of course, down here, the footprint for the RFID chip. That indicates he's a SWAP Force character, if you somehow didn't know. Nice look, kind of classic military, cartoonish. You got the little thruster back there, you got the wings. Everything looks like it's riveted on this one, which that is correct. You wouldn't see screws there, so that's nice. It is gold for some reason. I'm trigger happy. It doesn't bother me as much. The Series 2 pulls kind of did, but it's because it was a parting line. This one, I feel like he's actually a smaller character. I mean, if you've ever used him in the game, he's, tiny little guy. I feel like he's actually proportional to this thing. Unlike, Super Gulp Pop Fizz, I feel like he was kind of scaled back, to go with the Beaker Buddy. Sprocket in her heavy duty form, I feel like she was kind of scaled down, more emphasis put on that. This is kind of the same thing. Most of the emphasis is on the Rocket, but I feel like Trigger Happy's the same size. It looks really, really cool though. Like I said, I kind of thought it was cheesy at first. Now I actually can say I am a fan of this one. Speaking of that, let's take a look back at Trigger Happy's past. He was, of course, one of the original. Here he is in his Skylander Spyro's Adventure Series 1, the pose that started it all. Same tongue, he's got the golden guns going. But look at that, I mean, I feel like he's truly the same size. I mean, that's from his SSA pose side by side with his Series 3. He's actually a little, I think, better detailed here on this one. Maybe a bit more of a red to him than there. His eyes might be a bit smaller. Done a little bit better. They're more concentric here. On this one, this eye was a little, the pupil anyway, significantly smaller than that one. Kind of gives him a more crazed look in this pose, but this one nice and balanced. Also, from SSA, we had Legendary Trigger Happy. A lot of people forgot about this guy. He is, of course, the dark navy blue and gold for Legendary. Toys R Us exclusive here in the U.S. And then in Giants, this is a lot like Heavy Duty Sprocket in my opinion. It's got like an emphasis on the gun. Still though, he remains roughly the same size. So that's kind of nice. To their credit, he is one of the smallest Skylanders in terms of like stature when you play him. One thing I always like there, they actually did the coins. You know, if you get it to land on heads, it does more damage. It's actually showcased there in his turret gun, or machine gun, I should say. But this one, proportionately larger. I mean, this missile literally dwarfs that gun and the regular Trigger Happies. I have to say again, I actually do really like this. The only thing that could make this any better, in my opinion, would be if he had, you know, the guns going in the pose, which that would have been a little over the top, but it would have been pretty dadgum cool. As is, I really do like this one. Again, I don't know why. It's a personal preference. Wasn't a huge fan of Heavy Duty Sprocket or Super Gold Pop Fizz, but I personally, for whatever reason, this one just appeals to me, so I'm quite happy with it. Story on Trigger Happy, short and sweet. Trigger Happy is more than his name, it's his solution to every problem. Nobody knows from where he came. He just showed up one day in a small village, saving it from a group of terrorizing bandits by blasting gold coins everywhere with his custom crafted shooters. Similar tales were soon heard from other villages, and his legend quickly grew. Now everyone in all of Skylanders knows of the crazy gold slinger that will take down any bad guy, usually without bothering to aim. Very on par for how you play as Trigger Happy. Once you get the bouncing bullets, you literally just go primary attack button all the time. His coins, you know, the pot of gold, secondary attack, everything like that, it actually does a lot of damage. But one of the more fun paths, I think, is still to go Golden Frenzy, where the bullets bounce, and then the Golden Yamato Blast. You have to charge it a long time. It does insane damage. Kind of pick your poison there. I may go back Golden Frenzy on this one. I think I did Golden Money Bags for Series 2, if I'm remembering correctly. It did a little bit more damage. But this just looks like a fun pose. I'm going to get back to the basics here. Take him down Golden Frenzy. And then, of course, the big draw is going to see how much damage this thing does. You can't move while holding attack 2. Only change which way Trigger Happy faces. Rocket Ride takes a few seconds to charge, and it automatically fires when it's ready. So that's something to keep in mind. Let go of attack 2 to jump off, although a resulting explosion does not damage Trigger Happy. So, essentially, it's going to be one of those deals. He'll be planted while he's trying to, you know, charge this attack up, meaning he can't move forward or backward. However, say the enemies have retreated, you can actually, I assume, pivot. You know, that's not technically moving a direction, it's just kind of rotating. And then you can press the attack 2 button to bail off the rocket. However, they claim if we just blast into whatever it is, he takes no damage. So, should be very fun. I'm excited to see how that goes. But again, Series 3 Big Bang Trigger Happy. He looks really good. I'm excited to see what that Wow Pow is like. Nice detail on that rocket. I mean, it's just like I Marvin the Martian, all the cartoons you grow up seeing. I mean, it's got that same cartoony classic feel, at least of what I grew up with. Things may have changed now. But very impressed with this one. It is quite heavy compared to others. That bomb, we're on Super Gulp Pop Fizz, you can like tell real easy that thing's hollow. I mean, it's like super light. This one's got some weight to it. It almost feels like this thing's loaded. That would be a killer treasure on Skylander if you had like detonatable Big Bang Trigger Happy. You'd essentially just, smash him into something and, someone may try that. I could see someone actually coming in, maybe drilling that out, putting something in there. I don't know. This is another one that would lend itself well to being customized. You could come in, do like an army green, make the shark's mouth, whatever you want to do. Again, I've stated countless times in the Swap Force unboxings how much I don't like gold. Actually, it really suits this guy. So I'll deal with it. Like I said, some cases I don't mind it. This being one of them. Chase McCain is hidden. He has been hidden. I don't think he's too hard to find. But if you don't have Trigger Happy, definitely pick up Series 3 Big Bang Trigger Happy. You get a new Wow Pal. I think it looks like a lot of fun. He's a great character. He doesn't have a lot of health. But still, I think anyone, particularly kids, will definitely enjoy playing as him. He's very easy to pick up and play as. So keep that in mind. Be on the lookout for him. He's part of the Wave 2 characters. $10.99 was the price at Toys R Us. You can find him $9.99 elsewhere. But that is that. You can find pictures and all the information on the blog. That would be oneofwisdom.com. I'll have a link at the top of the video description box. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Make sure you're subscribed. That will keep you up to date with all the latest. And, as Trigger Happy would say, no gold, no glory.